Senate, under your leadership, we pass a resolution that the military high command should disclose the name of that officer, the action that had been taken against him, to satisfy us that that action was not willful, or that people who are entrusted to protect us, that some of them have not become part of our problem. Mr. President, I have always tried to be present in every day that this thing is sit. As I speak, I am not aware that we have gotten a response to that simple inquiry. If the armed forces is not accountable, if we do not carry out due audit and oversight on resources that we have all been blackmailed to appropriate to protect Nigeria, and we come here lamenting that the things is now taking over the country, I think we need to do more than that. Much. I join in, I associate myself with all the comments that have been made, and there can be no question that it is very troubling, whether for children, for adults, for men, for women, to wake up or even on their bed to be abducted and taken to all sorts of places. They go through dehumanization, they end up paying ransom, and even at that, some end up being wasted. I am not sure, having listened this morning, with profound respect to all my distinguished colleagues who have spoken, I didn't hear anything new. We have competed for change of words to condemn, to denounce, to lament, to regret, to worry aloud about all of these things. And on each occasion, there are consequential prayers that this Senate has had to make. What I want to say this afternoon with profound respect is that it doesn't appear to me that we have carried out audit. By this I mean to refer to each of those resolutions that we have passed in the past, to ask ourselves, as a consequence, what specific actions has been taken based on those resolutions? If past resolutions did not change anything, why should we believe that today's own will be different? And if today's own will not be different, why should we waste our precious time on it? I want to draw your attention, Mr. President, to one particular one, because everybody in Nigeria must be accountable, whether you are under arms or you are armless. We all lamented, we were shocked about war kidnapping that took place in Kebbi. And it was reported, and the governor of Kebbi State cried aloud that military personnel that were in that particular school were ordered to be withdrawn. And about 40 minutes later, the kidnappers came and cut away about 200, I can't remember exactly the number of children. This Senate, under your leadership, we passed a resolution that the military high command should disclose the name of that officer, the action that had been taken against him, to satisfy us that that action was not willful, or that people who are entrusted to protect us, that some of them have not become part of our problem. Mr. President, I have always tried to be present in every day that this thing is sit. As I speak, I am not aware that we have gotten a response to that simple inquiry. If the armed forces is not accountable, if we do not carry out due audit and oversight on resources that we have all been blackmailed to appropriate to protect Nigeria. And we come here lamenting that the things is now taking over the country. I think we need to do more than that. We need to carry out security audit. Money appropriated. Who got what? How was it used? And I still insist that this Senate is entitled to have a reply to the question we unanimously ask. Who withdraw those people for the children to be carted away?
You have 1 second.
Now, if that was done, maybe this other was now may not have happened. I associate myself with whatever we feel we can do, but I believe that any time we pass a motion, we're entitled to know the feedback arising from the response of the appropriate
agencies. Thank you very much. Your time is up. Last but not the least, Sani Musa, please give your own perspective to the motion.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. President, let me join my colleagues in sympathizing and commiserating with the good people of Oyo, the families and the entire government of Oyo State, where this very heinous crime occurred. And at the same time, commend my brother, Senator Buhari, for bringing this very important motion to the Senate. Mr. President, quite all right, it is very sympathetic. We really sympathize with the situation, and we are not praying occurrence of this kind of thing in any part of Nigeria. At the same time, Mr. President, let me commend Mr. President for his quick response by sending a higher delegation to the people and government of Oyo State to console the family and of course to carry the message of hope to the people that the government in their own part are doing their own best to make sure that they rescued these victims. And at the same time, Mr. President, deploy 1,000 forest guard to the Oyo forest just to stop and continue occurrence of this incident. Mr. President, we are commending Mr. President and the executive and our security agencies. But at the same time, Mr. President, I think there are so many incidents occurred in some part of Nigeria. Today in the morning, I was listening to BBC, where one of our colleagues, Muhammad Al-Ndume, is lamenting what happened in Maiduguri, where almost 40 children were kidnapped in his own constituency. Yesterday, the House of Representatives carried similar motion on Maiduguri issues. Therefore, I am pleading with the executive, more especially the father of the country, Mr. President, to do the same kind of commitment to the good people of Borno State and other part of Nigeria, where there are so many victims in the hand of kidnappers. Doing so will give hope to Nigeria, and it will show that Mr. President is committed to the welfare and security of the people of Nigeria. But really, we really commend Mr. President. This is a sign of good governance, responsiveness.
Thank you very much.
It is high time now that Mr. President, in his wisdom, called the service chiefs to account for the resources that this National Assembly have been budgeting for. Because if this is not done, the issue of overcoming this issue of security is going to be a child's play. Today, go and check the economy. Go and check how the economy plays. Today, if you look at the indices that even give the growth to our GDP and areas where these expenditures are going, you will see that real estate is playing a role in this country. Who are the owners of these real estates? How does the resources come? We are here in National Assembly every day saying we want to appeal to Mr. President to look at domestic debts. I think there is that responsibility upon us as legislators to do our oversight without fear or favor. We need to do it. We have been allocating resources. At a time, 3 of our budgets, defense was carrying the highest. And yet, every day, it is either we don't have the arms, or the money is not there to pay allowances for our servicemen. Where is the money going to? Not until we do this scrutiny, we'll not be able to get it right. Because security go hand in hand with also the expenditure.
I have news for the states where we don't have the presence of APC, but we have members of APC. So to all our women leaders, from the woman leader for Abia State, APC woman leader, APC woman leader for Anambra State, APC woman leader for Bauchi State, APC leader for Osun State, APC leader for Oyo State, your vehicles will be ready before the end of the week. So I urge all our governors,
Can you imagine?
This is how we want our women to be treated. The vehicles are your personal vehicles.
Can you imagine?
You are not giving it to the party.
Can you imagine?
Can you hold on, please? You register the vehicles in your name.
Can you imagine? See where the loan is going to. All the loan, $billion of loan, these people are collecting. You can see where the loans are going to.
Let me finish. You register all these vehicles.
See where your loans. See where your loans are going to.
You have money to do that, which we won't talk about.
Can you imagine?
But register these vehicles in your name. And our beloved state governors, the APC governors, buy your women leaders vehicles.
Can you imagine?
We are not playing politics like before.
Can you imagine?
We are politicians, and people should see the value on us. So this is a blessed party, and we want
Supreme Leader Ayatollah's wife is talking. Supreme Leader Ayatollah Bodilon wife is talking.
Please.
2027 now war. 2027 now war. You see all these protests they see online, all this, that one will be protest. That one are matching that they do. You see 2027 now war. War or nothing. It's not protest. It's war. Tinubu, you have failed us. Your best option is to quit. Is to resign and quit. Because in 2027, this protest, use Nepal as reference. You see how they take over their country. Tinubu, if you cannot give us our country back, we will take it by force. We will take it by force. If you are seeing this video, just click the share button. Click the share button, repost. Just repost it. I will be at the war front. I'll be at the war front because don't protest again at war. I'll be at the war front. And I know after they see this video, now to come arrest me, go the hungry you. But we are not fit go catch bandits waiting for bush. We are not fit catch bandits when they kidnap me. I up and down. This one don't touch me. This one don't touch me because they don't kidnap my brother. They don't kidnap who I take as brother, my friend. My friend there inside bush. They kidnap him for Ore. As they come back from Lagos, they kidnap him. Till now, that boy is still there. What is it be the fate of Mama? What is it be the fate of Mama? What is it be the fate? Thank God. Oh God. Guy, Kennedy one name. But I know that you will come out stronger. You will come out stronger. Nothing to do you brotherly. Nothing to do you. Tinubu have failed us. 2027 is not all about protest. It's all about war and taking back our country. It's all about war and taking back our country.
But if you have the interest of your country at heart, I encourage you to watch this video to the very end.
Tinubu, it's still ringing in my ear. In the name of Allah, Ajia, in the name of Allah, accept this appointment. I said, sir, I will not accept the appointment until you tell me what you have for us up north. He invited me to London. I went to London. I sat with him for 2 hours. Most of the time he was sleeping. I asked him what he had for us up north because we have extremely serious security problems. He told me that he didn't have anything. I said, sir, you mean that you want to be president and you don't even have a blueprint? He said he doesn't have a blueprint. He doesn't have a blueprint according to him because if I have a blueprint, I'm quoting him now, then I might be killed and because I will be stepping on too many toes. I said, sir, in that position that you are looking for, you don't think of death, you don't think of assassination. Anyway, that is gone. But I've been vindicated yesterday. Nigerians should be focused. We have a very, very serious problem. Nigeria is at the brink, especially as it concerns security. You must have an enabling environment in order to do anything. So you cannot take someone that is virtually senile and another person that has been associated on several occasions with funding terrorism. That is Kashim Shettima. Kashim Shettima, we should not forget Kabiru Sokoto. Kabiru Sokoto was one of the most wanted terrorists, and he was found and arrested in his house. Let us understand and let us not forget, this terrorism, this banditry, this carnage is not just happening by mistake. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. A multi-billion-dollar industry because it takes a lot of money on defense budget. It has a lot to do with the sale of drugs. It has a lot to do with mining and illegal bunkering and illegal and illicit mining. And look at the areas that are generally affected by this. Take the Northeast, for instance. In the Northeast, you have the blue diamond. That is a strategic mineral. You have oil at the Chad Basin that is being explored right now, but illegally. You have Zamfara. If you go to Zamfara, Zamfara has more gold than Ghana. Zamfara's gold is being traded in Dubai and other parts of the country. There is a market called Nigerian gold in Dubai. Go and check. So who is doing this mining? Most times they are the governors, the people in power. They are the ones doing it in connivance with foreign mercenaries. Can you remember? Have we forgotten when they said there is a no-fly zone in Zamfara? Why should there be a no-fly zone? There isn't even an airport in Zamfara, but aircrafts land and they take off from Zamfara. And let me tell you something else. In Zamfara, every container that comes from China ends up in Zamfara. You know why? Because in Zamfara, the soil in Zamfara has all the strategic minerals that you can think of. So when the containers come in from China, they land they end in Zamfara, and a bag of Zamfara soil is today sold at 5,000. So they need to displace the people to allow them to continue with their mining. I mean, it's multifaceted. And these are people that one has been severally accused of harboring terrorists, even recently. And why? Let us ask, why should Shettima be visiting, along with his governor, be visiting and making a solidarity with a police officer that was being tried for drug trafficking? Why? So you begin to put these things together and you begin to understand why Nigerians must retrieve their country. We can't allow this thing to happen.
The woman speaking is Naja'atu Muhammad. Naja'atu Muhammad is one of the first female political activists from the north. Naja'atu Muhammad is a former NANS comrade. Naja'atu Muhammad is a member of the APC. She was in their presidential campaign council. Naja'atu Muhammad is not a small fry in the Nigerian political firmament. Two things I want us to learn here. Number one, your president has no plan for you. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has no plan for you. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has no plan for me. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has no plan for your children, for my children, for our children, for the children of the society. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has no plan to fix security. Security has now moved from the northeast into the northwest to the north central. It is now in the southwest and parts of the south-south. In fact, we have another dimension of it in the southeast. Look, our highways are infested with criminals and bandits. The president has no plan. This is according to someone who met the president and asked him, what is your plan? The man has no plan. Number two, there are two laws in Nigeria. A law for political leaders in the north and a law for political leaders in the south. But they meet in one place. How can it be that in a country where we are taking oil to feed the nation, oil is being taken from the Niger Delta, exported, and the income is used to take care of everybody, there are governors, according to this woman, who are mining in their states, taking the money, fostering insecurity without contributing that money to the national purse. I have always insisted that the wealth of Nigeria is not in the south, it is in the north. In the north we find oil, in the north we find gold, in the north we find diamond, in the north we find precious metal, in the north we find rocks, in the north you find everything, in the north you find agriculture. But for some incredible reasons, some leaders have decided to make it a hotbed of terrorism, a hotbed of insecurity, a hotbed of banditry, so that the value the north is supposed to bring to the table cannot come. We will stop it. That is why I support the OK ticket. Mr. Peter Obi has said the treasures of this country are in the north, and he's going to unleash that treasure by first of all fixing the security and fixing the economic problems in that part of the country, so that that part of the country can contribute to the general well-being of the country. It is in the interest of the generality of the north that we have a peaceful north that brings prosperity to the common man in the streets. We cannot have a region in the country where we have the highest number of out-of-school children in anywhere in Africa, and in fact in the world. No single region has that number of out-of-school children like we have in northern Nigeria. No single, even in Ukraine when they are fighting, they don't suffer the kind of insecurity that is being suffered in places like Zamfara, Katsina, even Kaduna. So we have to fix that. And like you have clearly heard from this woman, who is an activist, who is a political activist, who is a comrade, who is a politician, who was even married to a political advisor to former Kano State Governor Abubakar Rimi. This man who is occupying office and asking for second term has no plan. So Nigerians, your destiny is in your hand. Let us work together. North and south, we must come together, because if the money they are taking from all of those exploration in the north is used for the common man in the north, we will not have the kind of situation we have today, where bandits and terrorists have a pool, an endless pool, where they recruit from for their nefarious activities. So please, 2027 presents us another unique opportunity. Let us all get ready and save our country. Like she said in her closing remark, let us retrieve our country from the political bandits in Aso Rock, from the political bandits in all the 36 state houses of assembly and 36 state government houses. Once we successfully retrieve our country from those people, the security bandits will naturally die natural death. If there's prosperity for all, you will not have this kind of banditry you are having. But if you have the highest number of poor people in the world inside one country, people must be willing, there will be people who are willing to carry guns and cause problem. You can say no concern you, but they are already in Oyo. A teacher has lost his life. Students are still with them as we speak, and the country is able to do nothing. Please take next year's election personally.
Yes, let me quickly take you through some of the headlines on the social media. This one here says, breaking: Anambra State youth vow massive mobilization for Peter Obi's 2027 presidential candidacy. Guys, Soludo came out recently and was saying, oh, we have to vote for Tinubu and be in the center. Soludo should be really ashamed of himself. I've not seen such a jealous human being. I've not seen. He's just making mess of himself. Look at, he's almost going to 88 now in Anambra. Soludo cannot boast. So what has he done? There's nothing outstanding that he has done. He couldn't even try to replicate all these things that Peter Obi achieved, as in at least just imitate Peter Obi. Peter Obi has already given him the secret. Why not just try to replicate Peter Obi's template and see if Nigerians will not even push him for the presidency? Now he's just there. He can't even do anything. He's busy saying the Igbo should vote for Tinubu. The Igbos, Anyway, this time around, there's nothing like tribe in this election. This was a Christina Podi, the U.S. mental health advocate, has a message for Akwa Ibom and Niger Delta after her visit to Uyo. I think she said something, but I didn't understand what she meant. And here it says, Tinubu reportedly secured over 10 million votes in the APC primaries. But ask yourself, how many people actually participated in the primary? The figures alone raises question when compared with the total vote INEC declared for him in 2023 presidential election. That's Tinubu for you, guys. That is Tinubu for you. How did Wike 8, Larry Olayinka, gain access to sensitive electoral materials? Who authorized it? Now another election cycle is approaching. However, faith in the process remains fragile. Guys, under Tinubu, criminality is allowed. Tinubu government are trying hard to silence activists and people speaking against this evil government. This is 2026 and it's too late to silence people now. That's what this woman, there is this woman on TikTok who has been going hard on Tinubu and they've tried to silence him, but it's not working because people are tired of what they are seeing. South Africans are learning the hard way thanks to, is that Cameroon? Thanks to Ghana. I think they should be Ghana. They are now go to Orania begging the whites to employ them in their own land. South Africans, they really did blacks bad, as in, I don't even know if people have left that country because they actually gave people warning that they should leave. You know? Happy birthday to my amazing dad. Honestly, the best dad in the world. You have shown us true, authentic Christ-like and fatherly love. I love you, Daddy. Please, the song plays on the video is that Disney saw The Reason Why I Live, which is out now. Okay, this is Paul Aneche and his daughters. One of the daughters celebrating birthday. We will arrest and prosecute uniformed personnel involved in illegal mining when the 4 years is over. Can you imagine? Now when I enter office, you will arrest. A Nigerian lady sent a message to former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Everybody is calling out Jonathan. Don't even join the race, but Jonathan does not want to hear. 2027, almost 1 month until closure of PVC registration window. INEC moves to suppress Nigerian voices by reportedly deregistering 25 million voters, while new registrants experience difficulty. INEC moves to deregister 25 million voters, while new registrants experience difficulty. Guys, this election has been totally rigged. INEC is really working for their mandate. Can you imagine? They want to deregister people, and those who are going to register for the first time, they are feeling so tired of the whole process. This person said, just got my PVC today. I'm super excited to be part of the transformation. First time voting, and I can't wait to make my voice count. Nigeria, let's do it. Let's do this. Wow, this is so nice to see. This is so nice. Wait a minute. Is this suspected criminal telling the truth? Okay, this is okay. Everything in Nigeria nice about criminality, guys. All kinds of evil being seen in the country. This is all what we are seeing in the country. In a tense live interview on Arise TV, Shaitan Atigarin confronted an APC defender asking, you keep claiming the economy is better. How much is the minimum wage now? And how much does it cost to fill your car tank? The clip has gone viral, with many viewers left angry by the response. What APC cannot do doesn't exist, guys. Anyway, I don't know what you make of all this. In 2027, the only real alternative is clear. Vote Peter Obi and Kwankwaso. Aisha Yusufu tells Kwali people as she embarked on a thank you visit. Aisha Yusufu has been going around for a thank you visit to the people, guys. A video of a man and his wife doing labor has stirred reaction from citizens. Terrorists demand Sharia implementation, money and weapon for release of abducted Oyo people. Can you imagine? What are we not going to see? Terrorists demand Sharia implementation, money and weapon for release of abducted children. Okay, now they've told us what they want, Islamization, right? Now they've told us what they actually want in Nigeria, Islamization. That's just their agenda, guys. Unbelievable. Nigerian content creator Pella proposed to his girlfriend Jarvis last night at La Palm Loya Beach Hotel in Accra, Ghana. If it's not Accra, Ghana. Kenneth Okonkwo needs to stop. Peter Obi is not your problem. Face your ADC and Tinubu. I don't know if Kenneth Okonkwo still exists. And this other headline say, INEC has just wiped off my detail from their database. Why did they want to disenfranchise me? Is it because I'm supporting Peter Obi, who they rigged out in 2023? So guys, you better go and check your data. Go and check your information. What INEC cannot do, check your own, check your family's own, your parents' own. Please get their information. Check whether they even have the opportunity to vote come 2027. If not, all these things we are doing, all this noise is going to be in vain, guys. INEC is now disenfranchising people because they know that Tinubu has failed woefully and Nigerians are not ready to allow Tinubu come back. The only strategy they have, this is the only strategy they have. Make sure names are not on the ballot, guys. I believe that this 2027 election is going to be cancelled. It's either they reschedule the date for this election because people cannot find their names on INEC register. We've been saying this, guys, and INEC is actually implementing it. Now, those that want to register for the first time are finding it very difficult, and those that have registered, they can no longer locate their names on the register, guys. APC is up to something else. Anyway, Amupitan, anybody Tinubu has not dragged on the ground and rubbed malt on his prestige will not learn any sense. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification for more. Thank you.